we have started our discussion with quantum numbers and हमने ये decide किया Schrodinger जो है he expressed the motion of the electron in the form of a wave and he has given a wave equation. If you solve that particular wave equation, you get every information about the electron, which is the location of the electron, the energy of the electron, the angular momentum of the electron, its magnetic nature, etc. And this is obtained qualitatively with the help of quantum numbers. And the quantum numbers which we obtain by solving that psi, that wave equation, which is a function of x, y, and z, or r, theta, and phi. Okay, in terms of polar coordinates, it is a function of r, theta, and phi. In terms of Cartesian coordinates, it is a function of x, y, and z. If you solve that, you get three quantum numbers. The first quantum number is the principal quantum number, which tells you information about the shell of the electron. Okay, and it tells you the extent of that particular orbital. कितने दूर तक वो extended है. So if you know the extent of the orbital, you can qualitatively comment on total energy of the electron. It is represented by symbol n and it has values 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. 1 is further designated as k, 2 as l, 3 as m, 4 as n, so on and so forth. N equals to 1 is called as first shell, n equals to 2 is called as second shell, third shell, so on and so forth. Okay. Then we have seen azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. The angular momentum arises from the angular motion of the electron, and angular motion के वजह से we can calculate the kinetic energy. As kinetic energy is part of total energy, हमने ये conclude किया this quantum number L has to depend on principal quantum number, which gives us information about the total energy. So the dependence is L ranges from 0 to n minus 1, or the number of L will be equal to the value of n. मतलब in n equals to 1, you have only 1 L. In n equals to 2, you have 2 L. In n equals to 3, you have 3 L, so on and so forth. This L is nothing but the subshell of the electron. The number of subshells in a given shell is nothing but the value of n. N equals to 1, you have only 1, which is denoted as 1s. N equals to 2, you have 2s, 2p. N equal to 3, you have 3s, 3p, 3d. 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, so on and so forth. Okay. S के लिए value 0 है, P के लिए 1, D के लिए 2, F के लिए 3, G के लिए 4. Azimuthal quantum number further gives you information about the shape of the orbital. The shape of S is spherical. The shape of P is dumbbell. The exact shape is ellipsoid, but we draw it as dumbbell. The shape of D is double dumbbell. The shape of F is complex. G का shape further complex रहेगा. Then we have seen magnetic nature, magnetic quantum number, which gives you information about the magnetic nature of the electron or the vector direction of that particular magnetic momentum, which is nothing but the orientation of the orbital. If you have a spherical orbital, it has only one orientation. If you have a dumbbell orbital, it has three different possible orientations. For D, you have 5. For F, you have 7. For G, you will be having 9, so on and so forth. As the magnetic nature is the result of angular motion of the electron, again we are saying is the magnetic quantum number, it has to depend on azimuthal quantum number, and the dependence is given by ML is equals to minus L to plus L. So for S, you have only 1, minus 0 to plus 0, which is the 0. For P, you have three values, minus 1, 0, and plus 1. For D, you have minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, and plus 2. Three different orientations are given three different numbers. As well as you can name them as Px, Py, and Pz. The orbital lying along the x-axis is denoted as Px. Along the y-axis is designated as Py. Along the z-axis is designated as Pz. All these orbitals together will make the apartment, which is nothing but the subshell. Okay. Group of orbitals will lead to subshell. In D, you have 5 different orbitals: dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square, y square, dz square. Dx square, y square results if you are fitting the x and y axis to the lobes which are present along the axis. If you fit yz axis, it will result in dy square z square. In that case, ये जो orbital इस particular shape का जो भी रहेगा, उसके ऊपर automatically x axis align हो जाएगा. Then it will be called as dx square. If you are fixing x and z axis to this, in that case, y axis will be aligned to this. Then it will be called as dy square. Okay. So you can have any axis depending upon your perspective. Okay. Then we have seen a spin quantum number. This is an hypothetical quantum concept. It has nothing to do with the classical spinning motion of the object. There is some spin happening for the electron. We cannot exactly say that it is spinning about its own axis in clockwise sense or in anti-clockwise sense, as the electron is treated in the form of a wave but not as a particle. But there is some spin. Okay, that it results in two different types of spins, which we have concluded based on that doublets. In hydrogen spectrum, whenever the electron is having a transition from N2 to N1, we expect a unique photon of unique energy. But there are two different photons of two different energies, and the energies are separated by very slight amount. Hence, I am concluding that there has to be two different types of electrons, which is a result of two different types of spins. Okay, the one which has clockwise spin is denoted by plus half or an upward half-headed arrow. Anti-clockwise spin minus half, downward half-headed arrow. Okay. Clockwise spin also termed as upspin, anti-clockwise spin also termed as downspin. If you want to represent that inside an orbital is represented by a square box. उसके अंदर upspin है तो upward arrow, downspin है तो downward arrow, half-headed arrow. Okay. ठीक है. Then we have seen, we tried to visualize the overall an atom. In this we showed 1s orbital, 1s के बाद 2s orbital. इस शेल के अंदर ही you have 2p orbital 2, which has three different orientations, px, py and pz. अगर dv plot करना है तो in third shell it becomes more complex, but you can always show. Okay, the range and the total values, I hope this is clear. Then we solved some basic questions. एक questions में तो किसी को कुछ दिक्कत नहीं है ना? ये वाला question में they're asking a possible set of quantum numbers for an electron which is present in 3p orbital. अभी ये जो 3p orbitals है, p subshell के अंदर 3 orbitals है, and each and every orbital can have a maximum of 2 electrons. So inside 3p you can have 6 different electrons. So you can allot 6 different sets of quantum numbers. As they are not specifying in which particular orbital it is present, we need to give all possible sets. Okay, ये किया हमने. Then we have seen some important points. The important points, both important है. In a given subshell for multi-electronic species, okay, the energy order is ns less than np less than nd less than nf. For hydrogen-like species, in a given subshell, जो भी orbitals रहेंगे, उन सबका energy same रहेगा. Okay, if all the energies are same, we call that as degenerate. Okay, इसमें 2s is equals to 2p. So the number of degenerate orbitals in hydrogen in the second shell will be equal to 4. इसमें 3 है, इसमें 1 है, total 4 हो गया. इसमें कितना होगा? इसमें 5 है, 3 है, 1 है. You have 9. In fourth shell, you have 4 square 16 degenerate orbitals for hydrogen-like species. If it is not a hydrogen-like species, they will ask the question as what is the maximum number of degenerate orbitals. Suppose fourth shell में maximum number of degenerate orbitals पूछ रहे तो F में रहेंगे because it has 7 orbitals. Okay. And हमने ऐसा कुछ बात किया, in the absence of external field, all the orbitals of p subshell or all the orbitals of d subshell will be having same energies, and they are called as degenerate. Degenerate मतलब same energy. In the presence of electric and magnetic field क्या हो जाएगा? Depending upon the orientation of the field, if it is oriented along the x-axis, its energy will be changed to a different extent when compared to y and z. If it is oriented, the electric or magnetic field is oriented along the y-axis, again the energy change will be different. So they will no longer remain degenerate. They will be achieving different energies. So this is only in the absence of electric and magnetic fields. In the presence of electric and magnetic field क्या होगा? The energies will vary. In the presence of electric field, ये जो orbitals है, जो भी degenerate रहा, अभी जो भी degenerate रहा, now they will no longer remain degenerate. Okay, so if they no longer remain degenerate, whenever there is a transition of electron from one orbital to another orbital, so you will be getting different types of photons. अभी क्या होगा? Suppose सारे there are some electrons in 3p. There are some electrons in 3p. They can be present in px or py or pz. किसी में भी रह सकता है. If they are shifting into 2s, मान लेते हैं they are shifting into 2s. 2s का orbital खाली पड़ा है, मान लेते हैं. If they are shifting into 2s, there will be only one type of photon, because px energy will be equal to py energy equals to pz, na? So if they are having a transition from 3px or 3py or 3pz to 2s, there will be only one unique photon. ये कब होगा? In the absence of electric and magnetic fields. But in the presence of electric and magnetic fields, what will happen? All these energies will be different. 3px won't be equal to 3py, won't be equal to 3pz. उस particular case में they will have different photons, even though the transition is from 3p to 2s, depending upon the orbital in which it is present, px में है या py में है या pz में है, the photon energy will be different. This particular point is called as splitting of spectral lines. हमने Zeeman और Stark effect करके कुछ पढ़ा, याद है आप लोग को? बोर्स थ्योरी में एंडिंग.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ये वाला. Couldn't explain the splitting of spectral lines in the presence of electric and magnetic fields. Spectral lines मतलब क्या है? Whenever there is a transition from one orbit to another orbit, the photons which we are getting, nothing but will form a line. और जो spectrum में it will be appearing as a line, hence it is called a spectral line. Splitting of spectral lines मतलब you will be getting different photons, even though the transition is from same subshell. 3p से, if there is transition from 3p to, if there is a transition from 3p to 2s, 3p क्या है? It will be px, it can have px or py or pz. In the absence of electric and magnetic fields, the energies px will be equal to py will be equal to pz, na? So whenever the electron is having transition from px to 2s, what are the different number of photons that can be obtained? px to 2s या py to 2s या pz to 2s, कितने photons आएंगे? Sorry?
One
photon नहीं बोलना चाहिए. You will get two different types of photons depending upon the spin. If it is having a top spin, up spin, तब एक type of energy आएगा. If it is having down spin, तब दूसरा type of energy आएगा, which will be differed by very slight amount. Okay? यही है ना doublets का reason भी. This is in the absence of electric and magnetic fields. But whenever you are having, suppose ये 3 orbitals मैं इधर show कर रहा हूँ. Initially, all the 3 orbitals are having same energy, and it is coming to this particular level. Hence, you will be having only 2 different types. But in the presence of electric and magnetic fields, they will no longer remain degenerate. एक का energy ये है, दूसरे का energy ऐसा कुछ, तीसरे का energy ऐसा कुछ हो गया. Okay, I am showing different levels. Suppose ये energy का level मान लेते हैं. Okay, and they are getting to s orbital. So you will have different energies whenever there is transition from different orbitals. Okay, this particular aspect is called as splitting of the spectral line. ये कब होगा? In the presence of electric and magnetic field. Electric field के case में the effect is called as Zeeman effect. In the presence of magnetic field, ये जो lines ऐसे different photons emit हो रहे हैं, it is called as Stark. उल्टा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के केस में स्टार्क इफेक्ट, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के केस में जीमन इफेक्ट. क्लियर है? सो दिस इज एक्सप्लेन्ड बाय मैग्नेटिक क्वांटम नंबर. So if you are having a px, py, pz, a px, py, pz, this is based on magnetic quantum number है ना. px, 3 different orientations possible है करके किससे पता चलता है? Magnetic quantum number से. Because of 3 different orientations, the magnetic field alignment will be different, or electric field alignment will be different with respect to different orbitals. Okay, so the splitting is explained based on magnetic quantum number. ये वाला देखो, couldn't explain the fine spectrum of the atoms. Fine spectrum of the atoms का मतलब क्या है? Again, everyone, ये वाला point clear है ना? Point number 5, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Point
sir.
number 6 देखते हैं. Couldn't explain the fine spectrum. Fine spectrum का मतलब क्या है? The difference in energy will be very less. Photons के बीच में energy का difference जो रहेगा बहुत कम रहेगा. In a given shell, you have different orbitals ns, np, nd, nf, and the energy order is ns less than, np less than, nd less than, nf. So even though the transition is from some ns to, मान लेते हैं 1s के ऊपर आ रहे हैं. Even though the transition is happening from ns to or some nth shell, or from nth shell to first shell, we will expect again one type of energy. एक ही photon expect करना चाहिए हमारे पहले knowledge से. But अभी हमने क्या पढ़ा? ns, np, nd, nf, इन सब का energy same है ना? Sorry, इन सब का energy different है ना? In multi-electronic species. Okay. If it is having different energies, even though the transition is from n to 1, you will have different photons. And इनके बीच में energies का gap उतना ज़्यादा नहीं रहेंगे. इसके वजह से you will get fine spectrum. Fine spectrum मतलब the difference between the energies will be very less. Okay, so this is explained based on azimuthal quantum number. You have azimuthal quantum numbers tells you about S, P, D, and F, na? Okay.
Yes.
So the fine spectrum inside any atom can be explained by azimuthal quantum number. Fine spectrum matlab, even though the transition is between the two orbits, n equals to n2 to n equals to n1, according to Bohr, we will expect a unique photon. But according to modern theory, you will have different types of photons because you have different types of subshells which has different energies. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then we will move forward. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will explain again. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So as of now, अभी हमने क्या किया? हमने streets construct कर लिया और streets के अंदर apartments construct कर लिया और apartments के अंदर flats भी है. Okay, you have shells के अंदर subshells है, subshells के अंदर orbitals है. अभी हमको क्या करना है? अभी लोगों को भरना है. Okay, you have a society. Inside that particular society, you need to arrange the population. Similarly, you have shells, subshells, and orbitals. You need to put the electrons one by one. एक line में आ रहा है. You need to send those particular electrons into their respective flats. Okay, we will see that arrangement कैसे करना है. That particular thing is given by a principle called Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle. The term Aufbau in German says building up. मतलब the process of building up the electronic configuration or the process of filling the electrons inside the orbitals. Okay. Let us understand that. आप लोग in the first shell, what are the subshells we have? First shell में you have only one subshell which is treated as or which is designated as 1s. In the second shell, you have two subshells
Yes, sir.
S to P.
which are 2s
2p.
2p.
and 2p. In the third shell, you have 3,
S
you have
3p.
3s,
3p, 3d.
3p, and 3d. In the fourth, you have 4s, 4p, 4d, and 4f.
4F.
In the fifth, you have 5s, 5p,
5D.
5d,
5F.
5f,
5G.
5g.
5g. In the sixth, you have 6s, 6p, 6d, so on so forth. मतलब इसके बाद क्या होगा? You have 6f, 6g and 6h. G के बाद h. Okay, I'm not showing that. In the seventh you have, नहीं तो इधर शो कर लेते हैं. 6f है. In the seventh you have 7s, 7p, 7d, so on. In the eighth you have 8s, 8p, so on so forth. Okay. Okay. अभी ऑफ-बो प्रिंसिपल क्या कहता है? Whenever you are filling electrons, you have to start filling them from the orbital which has the lowest energy. क्योंकि जितना कम एनर्जी रहेगा उतना ही ज्यादा अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस रहेंगे, एंड जितना ज्यादा अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस रहेंगे उतना ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी होगा. These are the points, right? Energy is inversely proportional to stability. More is the energy, less is the stability. Less is the energy, more is the stability. Okay? And attractive forces are directly proportional to stability. So whenever you are filling the electrons, अभी एक electron आ रहे हैं तो obviously you will try to put that particular electron in the orbital which is having the lowest energy, right? And lowest energy,
Yes.
हमारा perception क्या है? ऑर्बिटल जितना पास में रहेगा, ऑर्बिटल जितना पास में रहेगा उतना कम एनर्जी होगा. Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
The orbital which is very close to the nucleus will be
Will
having more
have
attractive forces, hence energy
less energy.
will be less. Okay, so ठीक है, एक बार देखते हैं. So whenever you are bringing the electron, first electron will be going into 1s, right? अभी ये
Yes.
1s का कैपेसिटी, सबका कैपेसिटीज बताओ. What is the capacity of 1s orbital? Or
2.
2.
Okay, you have 2 in 2s also.
2.
2p में
6.
6, right? You have 3 orbitals in p.
Yes, sir.
Each and everything can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. So 3 into 2, 6. Next फिर से 2,
2.
इसमें 6,
10.
10.
10,
10.
इसमें फिर से 2,
6, 10, 14.
6.
10, and F में
14.
14,
14.
2, 6, 10, 14,
21.
इसमें 18.
18.
So these are the capacities of the subshells. Okay. So पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन जो आ रहे हैं वो 1s के अंदर जाएगा, एक्सपेक्टेड वो है. उसके बाद दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है 1s का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी 2 है ना, सो दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन भी इसके अंदर चले जाएगा. अभी ये पूरा भर गया. अभी थर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन व्हिच इज कमिंग, हमने एक ऑर्डर देखा. इन ए गिवन शेल the values of energies are ns less than np less than nd less than nf na. So 2s will be having lesser energy than 2p. So the third electron which will be coming will be entering into 2s. उसके बाद क्या होगा? It will be a fourth electron also will in, नहीं, fourth electron also enters into 2s क्योंकि इसका कैपेसिटी 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना.
Yes.
Okay, so it will also enter into 2s. उसके बाद क्या होगा? It will enter into 2. The fifth electron will enter into 2p, sixth electron भी 2p, seventh electron, वैसा इसका maximum capacity 6 electrons है. So सारा 6 electrons इसके अंदर भरने के बाद it will then go to third cell.
3s
थर्ड शेल में हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है? पहले 3s में भरना है, उसके बाद
3p
ओके, इसके बाद
4s
उसके
4s
बाद एक्सपेक्टेड बताओ आप लोग, बाद में सब
3d
3d
एक्सपेक्टेड इज 3D ना?
yes
लोग ने 4s बताया है, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन दैट व्हाई 4s.
increasing energy
Why 3D shell is having more energy than 4s even though it is close to the nucleus?
an orbital of lowest energy is filled first
ओके क्वेश्चन तुमको समझ में नहीं आया, ठीक है, मैं पूछता हूँ बाद में फिर से. ओके, एवरीवन कंसंट्रेट हियर. थर्ड शेल में हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन है इट हैज टू फर्स्ट गो इनटू 3s, देन इट हैज टू गो इनटू 3p, देन इट हैज टू गो इनटू 3d बिकॉज 3d इज क्लोज ना. उसके बाद 4s 4p 4d 4f 5s 5p 5d 5f 5g, ये हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन है. बट एक्चुअल में क्या होता है, whenever the electrons are filled it will follow this particular Aufbau principle. According to that, आप लोग ऐसा कुछ लाइंस ड्रॉ करो. समझाता हूँ ये लाइंस क्या इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं. You need to fill electrons according to these lines. मतलब क्या है, first take this first line. ये लाइन के ऊपर जो भी ऑर्बिटल या जो भी सबशेल रहेगा, you need to fill that particular subshell, then only you need to go to the next line. So पहले क्या fill करेंगे, you will be filling 1s. After that you will be filling 2s, जो हमने भी पहले भी वही expect किया. So 2s भरने के बाद after that you will be going to this line. So इसके ऊपर first there is 2p, then there is 3s. पहले 2p भरो, 2p के अंदर 6 electrons दो, then you will go into 3s. After that you will be going into 3p. 3p के बाद हमारा expectation है, पहले जो expect किया, you fill that inside 3d, but 3d में नहीं जाएगा. First it will be entering into 4s. After filling 2 electrons in that particular s, then you need to go to this line where you will be starting with 3d. So 4s के बाद 3d fill होगा, 3d के बाद 4p, 4p के बाद 5s. देखो 4p के बाद फिर से 4d और 4f नहीं हो रहा है, 5s fill होके 5s के बाद 4d 5p 6s, ये fill होने के बाद 4f fill होगा. समझ में आ रहा है? नहीं तो एक बार everyone concentrate. If I want to fill electrons, सबसे पहले क्या होगा, 1s. 1s का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी कितना है, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है ना.
yes sir.
तो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स उसके अंदर भरो, which is represented as 1s2. Then you will be going into 2s. So उसके अंदर भी 2. उसके बाद you will be going into 2p.
2p6
p के अंदर 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भर सकता हूँ.
yes
Then you will be going into 3s. 3s के अंदर 2. Then you will be going into 3p, उसके अंदर 6. 3p के बाद क्या बनना है, 4s को बनना है.
4s2
So don't write 3d, you need to write 4s2. उसके बाद 3d के अंदर जा रहे हैं,
3d10
3d 10
then you will go to
4p6
4p6. उसके बाद
5s2
5s2
then you are going into
4s14
5s के बाद
4d10
देखो इधर 4d, ये वाला लाइन पकड़ना है.
4d10
So it will be 4d10, then have
5p6
5p6,
5p
6s2
6s2
के बाद 6s2,
4f14
4f14
4f14,
5d10
5d10
5d10,
6p6
6p6
6p6. उसके बाद
7s2
7s2,
5f14
5f14
5f14,
6d10
6d10
6d10,
7p6
7p6. उसके बाद 8s2,
8s2
so on so forth. Okay, so this is the order in which you have to fill electrons. Okay, इनफैक्ट ये जो पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर है, बेस्ड ऑन दिस ओनली वी आल्सो फॉर्म पीरियोडिक टेबल, वो बाद में
Electronic
देखेंगे.
configuration.
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इसको बोलते हैं, बट बेस्ड ऑन दिस ओनली वी आल्सो हैव पीरियोडिक टेबल. देखो फर्स्ट शेल में whenever a new shell starts, first shell में you have two na, there are only two electrons. In the second shell you have, when the second shell
Eight.
started and before the third shell, when the second shell started and before the third shell, कितने electrons को भरा हमने? 8 ना.
8. Yes.
So first period में you have two elements. In the second period you have, or you will have 8 elements.
Hello.
Sir. Disconnect.
Hello.
Okay. Give me 2 minutes. It got disconnected. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. So अभी हम क्या डिसाइड कर रहे हैं? How the electrons are filled. उसके हिसाब से मैं आपको बाद में भी वो समझाने वाला हूँ. How the periodic table is made. If you look at the periodic table, in the first period you have 2 elements. In the second period you have 8 elements. Third period में भी 8 रहता है. After that you have 18, and again you have 18, then you have 32, so on and so forth. That is based on this particular building up of the electrons. In the electron, this is called as the overall electronic configuration. Okay, the order in which we are filling the electrons, it is called as electronic configuration. Whenever a new shell starts in the electronic configuration, in the periodic table a new period will start. मतलब क्या है? ये फर्स्ट पीरियड मान लेते हैं. ओके, इसके बाद सेकंड शेल स्टार्ट हुआ ना, सो these elements or this particular thing goes into second period. So in the first period you have only 2 elements. Second इधर start हुआ. Whenever the third shell starts, a new period will start. So तब तक कितना भी भरा हमने, those many elements will be present. कितना भरा? 2 plus 6 8. So in the second period you have 8 elements. In the third period also you have 8 elements. Fourth period देखो, इधर से fifth start हुआ ना, 18 elements.
18.
Okay, this will be fifth period. Again you have 18 elements.
18.
यहाँ पे देखो, जब तक न्यू शेल स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे तब तक सेम पीरियड होगा. इसमें you have 32. Again in this you have 32. Okay. In the periodic table you have 7 periods as of now. उतना ही elements discovered है, उससे ज़्यादा अभी नहीं है. So we are interested only in 7 periods. ठीक है. So this is the way you need to fill electrons, and this is based on the principle called Aufbau principle. The orbital which is having lesser energy will be filled first, then only you will go to the next higher energy. Okay. The idea on energies of the orbitals can be obtained with the help of their n plus L value. उनका n plus L value निकाला तो you can get the idea of the energy of the orbital. एक बार सबका n plus L values निकालते हैं. 1s के लिए what is the value of n plus L?
1.
1. 2s के लिए n plus L will be 2.
3.
2p के लिए n plus L, n is 2, p के लिए L का वैल्यू 1 है, so it will be 3. 3s के लिए भी 3,
4.
p के लिए 4, 4s के लिए भी 4, 3d के लिए 3 plus 2 5 हुआ, 4p के लिए भी 5 है, 5s के लिए भी 5
5
है। एक बार ऑर्डर ऑब्जर्व करो, ए
so
लाइन पे 1 आया, ए लाइन पे 2 आया, ए लाइन पे 3 आ रहे
3
हैं, ए लाइन पे 4 आ रहे हैं, लाइन पे 5 आ रहे हैं। तो ऑब्वियसली नेक्स्ट लाइन पे सारे
6
आपके this
6
will be 6 and 6. This will be
7
7 and 7.
8
This will be 8 and 8. Okay, the one which is having lower value of n plus l, the one which is having lower value of n plus l will be filled first. So पहले 1 fill होगा, उसके बाद 2, उसके बाद 3. 3 में देखो both of them are having 3. In that case जिनका n value कम रहेगा, if two orbitals are having same n plus l, in that case the one having lower n, जिनका n का value कम रहेगा, that will be filled first. मतलब 2p will be filled first, उसके बाद 3s. इसमें भी पहले 3p उसके बाद 4s, इसमें पहले 3d 4p 5s. The orbitals will fill in the order of their n plus l. The one which has lower n plus l will be filled first. If two orbitals are having same n plus l, in that case the one which has lower n will be filled first. Clear है? Okay, एक बार इसके लिए reason qualitatively समझते हैं. Everyone concentrate. Okay, देखो हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या था, 3p के बाद 3d के अंदर जाना चाहिए, बट हम रूल्स के हिसाब से क्या कर रहे हैं, यू आर टेकिंग दैट इनटू 4s. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग. ओके, ठीक है. इफ यू आर फिलिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टिल 3p, थर्ड शेल में तब कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भर दिया हमने, 3s के अंदर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भरा और 3p के अंदर 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भरा. मैं थर्ड शेल के अंदर हूं, ये थर्ड शेल मान लेते हैं. अब इसके अंदर 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. Now whenever you are bringing a new electron, nucleus यहाँ पे है मान लेते हैं, whenever you are bringing a new electron, along with seeing the attractive force with the nucleus, you also take into consideration the repulsive forces offered by these 8 electrons. क्योंकि always the net result is because of the attraction and repulsion.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
hello sir
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
sir गायब
Hello.
Okay, hello everyone, it got disconnected. Give me 2 minutes again. Okay, I am trying to explain you qualitatively why the electron is entering into 4s but not 3d. Even though the third shell is closer to the nucleus, it is going into 4s but not 3d. वो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? I am trying to explain that. एक बार सुनो सभी लोग. Suppose थर्ड शेल में 3s और 3p भर गया. इसका मतलब थर्ड शेल में अभी इलेक्ट्रॉन कितना अकोमोडेट हुआ, 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, s के अंदर 2, p के अंदर 6. Now if you are bringing the 9th electron and if you are trying to bring that inside 3D, होता क्या है, the incoming electron will be experiencing a repulsive force from the already existing 8 electrons, as well as it will be experiencing a attractive force. It will be experiencing an attractive force from the nucleus. Okay. Starting में initially क्या होता है, the repulsive forces offered by the electrons will be more dominant when compared to the attractive force. इसलिए क्या होता है, it will be entering into 4s. 4s में जाने की वजह से क्या होगा, because of the increase in distance between these 8 electrons and this particular incoming electron, the repulsive forces will be decreased. मैं ये मानता हूं मैं, the attractive force with the nucleus is also decreased, but relatively देखा तो ये जो repulsive force जो था, it got decreased to a greater extent when compared to the decrease in the attractive force. So overall electron के लिए फायदा ही हुआ है. ऐसा मानो ये बेंच है, स्टूडेंट्स है, ये बेंच है, इसके अंदर कुछ 8 स्टूडेंट्स है. जो नया स्टूडेंट आ रहा है, he is an enemy of these particular 8 students. कुछ तो गेमिंग में कुछ तो रहा होगा, because of that they always quarrel. अगर वो बच्चा जो भी इनकमिंग स्टूडेंट आ रहा है, ये थर्ड बेंच में he is going and sitting in the third bench, वो जितना भी कोशिश करे मेरा लेक्चर सुनने के लिए, न्यूक्लियस मैं हूं इधर, और जितना भी कोशिश करे लेक्चर सुनने के लिए, because of the repulsive forces क्या होता जाएगा, his concentration will be low. So rather than sitting in the third bench, let's place him in the fourth bench. उसके वजह से न्यूक्लियस के बीच में और इसके बीच में डिस्टेंस तो बढ़ रहा है, बट मेजर फैक्टर ये है ना, ये जो एनिमीज है और ये जो झगड़ा कर रहे हैं लोग, उनके बीच में झगड़ा ज्यादा कम होगा. So he can concentrate better on the lecture. So there is a trade-off here. He is going away from me, but he is also going away from these particular 8 electrons. ये पॉइंट समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes,
अब आप लोग एक क्वेश्चन ये पूछ सकते हो, देन वया मैं फिलिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन, ये 4s बनने के बाद फिर से 3D के अंदर क्यों आ रहा हूँ? यू कैन आस्क मी दिस क्वेश्चन, राइट? अभी
Yes,
बाद
sir.
में 3D फिल करते समय भी आपको इधर 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है ना, बट अभी क्या है, सपोज ये 4s भी भर दिया, 4s में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. अभी जो नया स्टूडेंट आ रहा है, he is an enemy of this particular 2 electrons, क्योंकि ये भी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही है, he is an enemy of these also. यहाँ पे गया तो ये इसके साथ भी झगड़ा करेगा, यहाँ पे गया तो इसके साथ भी झगड़ा करेगा. ओके. अगेन देयर इज अ ट्रेड ऑफ हियर. whenever you are bringing more and more electrons, एक न्यूक्लियस के अंदर प्रोटॉन्स भी क्या होता जाएगा, वो भी बढ़ता जाएगा, or else the nucleus is becoming stronger and stronger. The nucleus is also becoming stronger and stronger. So अभी जो incoming electron आएगा, it is if it is placed in the third shell, there will be repulsive forces, but as the nucleus became stronger, he will not allow the students to quarrel. मतलब उतना ज्यादा झगड़ा नहीं होंगे. अगर दूर गया तो इसके साथ भी झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, इसके बीच में डिस्टेंस भी बढ़ गया ना. So better option will be 3D. So everything can be explained based on the net attractive and repulsive forces. Is this clear? ज़्यादा confuse किया क्या?
थोड़ा
confuse किया. ये वाला एग्जाम्पल समझ में नहीं आया आप लोग को? फोर्थ शेल में भी अभी, हाँ, फोर्थ शेल में भी अभी स्टूडेंट्स है, थर्ड शेल में भी स्टूडेंट्स है. जो इनकमिंग आ रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन, जो इनकमिंग स्टूडेंट आ रहे हैं, इसके साथ दोनों के साथ झगड़ा ही है उसको. सो फोर्थ में गया तभी भी झगड़ा करेगा और मेरे से दूर भी है. थर्ड में गया तभी भी झगड़ा कर रहा है, बट मेरे से थोड़ा पास है. एंड अभी ये जो न्यूक्लियस है वो थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्गर भी हुआ है. सो ही विल प्रिफर टू सिट इन द थर्ड rather than sitting in the fourth, क्योंकि थर्ड में आया तो मैं कंट्रोल कर पा रहा हूँ अभी. because whenever you are adding an electron, एक प्रोटॉन का नंबर भी बढ़ेगा ना. the number of protons are equal to the number of electrons, atomic number. Okay, so he will be the electrons will be placed into 3D. उसके बाद फिर से 4p 5s so on so forth. ये सब बस qualitatively समझने के लिए. With respect to entrance exams, with respect to scoring marks, ये सब जरूरत नहीं. ये पता होना चाहिए आप लोग को. मतलब everything is based on stability, which is because of combination of attractive and repulsive forces. ये तो minimum idea है. ये सब क्यों आ रहा है, कहाँ से आ रहा है. Okay, so that is given by the principle called Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle क्या बताता है, देखो इधर. It states that in the ground state of an atom, ground state मतलब we are not influencing it by putting energy, उसको वैसा ही छोड़ दिया तो, an electron enters the orbital with lowest energy first and subsequent electrons are fed in the order of increasing energies. The energies of various orbitals can be compared using their n plus L values. Lower the value of n plus L, lower is the energy. For two orbitals having same n plus L, the orbital having lower n has lower energy. समझ में आया सब कुछ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am giving you a question. Please write the electronic configuration. Question is, write the electronic configuration for the element having atomic number 72. Z equals to 72 है, इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आपको लिखना है. 72 मतलब नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितना हो जाएगा? 72 रहेंगे. So you need to fill 72 electrons. Write the configuration. Start with 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, so on so forth. जब 72 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भरेंगे आप लोग तब छोड़ देना, आगे मत पढ़ना. 72 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही हमारे पास.
Sir, completed.
Done. Okay. Two minutes. Okay, Z equals to 72. The configuration will become 1s2, 2s2, 2p6,
3s to 3p6,
3s2, 3p6,
4s to 3d.
4s2, उसके बाद 3d में बनना है 3d10, उसके बाद 4p6. यहाँ तक 36 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भरा हमने. यहाँ तक 36 और एक 36 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बनना है. ओके, देखो 2 + 2 4, 4 + 6 10, 10 + 8 18, 18 + 2 20, 20 + 10 20, 30, 30 + 6 36. उसके बाद क्या बनेगा? 4p के बाद we have 5s2,
4d10,
4d10,
5p6,
5p6. अब
6s
तक
to
कितना भरे हम?
54,
54.
32 हुआ और 18 भरा हमने.
54,
ओके 54. देन
6s to
6s2,
4F14, 5D4.
5D.
5D2.
2.
5D2.
5D2.
4F40, 5D2.
5D2 मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितना बना है देखो, यहाँ
72.
तक
72.
हमने यहाँ तक 36 है, 38, 48, 54, 56, 56 plus 14, 70, 70 plus 2, 72.
72.
Okay, so this will become the electronic configuration of the element having atomic number 72. Whenever I say write the electronic configuration, आप लोग को ये लिखना चाहिए. आप लोग अपने 10th में ऐसा कुछ लिखा होगा 2818, 282,
Yes, sir.
284.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you had no knowledge about the individual subshells उसके अंदर orbitals. Now we studied about orbitals and all those things. So this is the exact configuration. Okay, and this is based on the principle called Aufbau principle, which is nothing but building up principle. I hope
सर
this
वो
is clear.
5D10 है ना?
5D10 ही लिखा ना? 5D10 क्यों आएगा? 2 ना?
5D2.
72 ही
दो
करना है हमको.
बचेगा.
जितना जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन से उतना ही अगर चाहिए हमें. ओके, ज्यादा कंस्ट्रक्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं. 5D2 तक 72 हो जाएंगे. सो इसके आगे का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखेंगे नहीं. यहाँ पे हम क्या कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आते जा रहे हैं, सो उनको बढ़ता जा रहा हूं मैं. यहाँ पे 72 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही है, Z equals to 72 में. आया समझ में सभी लोग को?
Sir.
Yes,
ओके
sir.
ओके, ठीक है. एक बार let us go element to element. हाइड्रोजन के अंदर एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना, सो उसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या होगा?
1s1.
1s1. और उसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या करना है, कैसे करना है? s ऑर्बिटल में
एक बार.
s सबशेल में एक ही ऑर्बिटल है ना.
Yes.
Either you can have it upspin electron or a
Or
clockwise
downspin.
spin electron, or you can also have that particular electron as downspin. दोनों हो सकता है, हमारे हाथ में नहीं है वो. It can be of any spin. Okay. Next, हाइड्रोजन के बाद हीलियम. हीलियम is 2 electrons, so 1s2 होगा. अभी इसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन में there can be 3 different variations. Either दोनों ऊपर, या you can say दोनों नीचे, या you can say एक ऊपर एक नीचे. Out of these 3 possibilities, what is the appropriate one?
C.
Third one.
Third one.
Third one is the appropriate one. Okay. अभी ये जो पहले दो है, we say that it disobeys a principle called Pauli's exclusion principle. Pauli's exclusion principle. Pauli's exclusion principle क्या समझाता है? एक बार उसका स्टेटमेंट देखते हैं. No 2 electrons in an atom can have the same set of all 4 quantum numbers. We know that all the electrons are unique. If all the electrons are unique, all of them must be identified by a specific address, or they should be having unique set of quantum numbers. Okay. So if you are placing 2 electrons, both of them in the top spin or both of them in down spin, upspin or down spin, then what will be their set of quantum numbers? इन दोनों का क्वांटम नंबर्स बताओ. इसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है ना, उन दोनों का क्वांटम नंबर्स विल बी n will be equal to 1, l will be equals to 0,
0.
ml will be 0, and दोनों प्लस ऑफ रहेंगे. So you cannot differentiate the 2 electrons. Okay. Similarly इसके अंदर रहा तो it will be 1, 0, 0, दोनों माइनस ऑफ होंगे. So you are not differentiating the 2 electrons. All the electrons are unique. Okay. So एक upspin हुआ तो definitely दूसरा क्या रहेंगे? It will be downspin. So these will be the quantum numbers of the 2 electrons. This is the right representation. ठीक है? So they will ask question, they will give you some configuration, and then they will ask you, it is violating which principle? Pauli's exclusion principle, या Aufbau principle, या Hund's rule. Hund's rule करके बाद में आएगा, समझाऊंगा. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Helium के
Yes,
बाद you have lithium.
Lithium.
Lithium's configuration is 1s2,
2s1,
2s1.
2s.
You can also write this configuration as, with the help of its nearest noble gas, helium 2s1.
H2.
क्योंकि 1s2 configuration जो है वो helium का है ना. You can write the electronic configuration of any given element with the help of its nearest noble gas.
Noble
उससे
gas.
पहले जो भी noble gas रहेगा उसके रेस्पेक्ट में लिख सकते हैं. Similarly, lithium के बाद beryllium. Beryllium will become 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, 2s2.
2s2.
So it will be helium
2s2.
2s2. Beryllium के बाद boron.
Boron.
It will be 1s2,
2p1.
2s2,
2p1.
2p1, which is helium
2s2 2p1.
2p1.
2s2, 2p1. इसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या कर सकते हैं हम? हीलियम को छोड़ के बचा हुआ ये मान लेते हैं, ये 2s है एंड दिस इज 2p. 2p के अंदर 3 ऑर्बिटल्स है ना, एंड ऑल द 3 आर डीजेनरेट. सो द रिप्रेजेंटेशन विल बी, इसके अंदर 2 है. अभी ये 3 ऑर्बिटल्स में ये आपके ऊपर है, कहीं पे भी बढ़ सकते हैं, बिकॉज ऑल द px, py एंड pz आर डीजेनरेट. बट ये तो हमारा पेपर पे रिप्रेजेंटेशन है ना. सो स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट ऑर्बिटल के अंदर भरो. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है बीच में नहीं रख सकते हो, लास्ट में भी रख सकते हो, बट एक प्रॉपर रिप्रेजेंटेशन के लिए स्टार्ट से करते हैं. either you can have that or you can have a down spin. ये भी रह सकता है. ओके
Yes.
ओके. अब नेक्स्ट देखते हैं. अब तो एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है, वो कहीं पे भी रख सकते हैं. बोरॉन के बाद कार्बन.
Carbon.
कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इज 1s2, 2s2, 2p2,
2p2.
which is helium 2s2, 2p2. First I will
2p2.
give the all variations. आप लोग को क्या लग रहा है मुझे बताओ. जिनको आंसर ऑलरेडी पता है, प्लीज डोंट आंसर द करेक्ट आंसर. वी विल गिव चांस टू अदर्स. जो भी नए हैं इस कॉन्सेप्ट्स के लिए, प्लीज आप लोग सोच के बताओ क्या क्या वेरिएशन हो सकता है. 2s2 मतलब ये तो हो गया. 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो है, I can give both the electrons into the same orbit, either with the up spin or into the same orbit either with down spin, और एक ऊपर एक नीचे, और I can give that to the another. इसमें भी 2 वेरिएशंस हो सकता है, दोनों ऊपर, या you can give that एक ऊपर एक नीचे, एक ऊपर एक नीचे, और यू कैन ऑल्सो गिव दोनों नीचे, वो भी एक हो सकता है ना.
Yes, sir.
which is equivalent to both of them placing upwards. दोनों एक जैसा ही है, so फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So out of these possible variations, आप लोग को क्या लग रहा है, क्या सही है?
4.
ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं रहेगा, because it is violating Pauli's exclusion principle.
Option 4.
Okay, ये भी नहीं रहेगा, violating Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, ये तीनों में क्या रह सकता है? The answer is
Second.
ये वाला होगा. ओके, ये भी नहीं होगा, ये भी नहीं होगा. क्यों नहीं होगा, पहले let us try to understand. All these 3 orbitals are degenerate. Degenerate मतलब they are having same energy. अभी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बनने के बाद दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन जब मैं बनने के लिए सोच रहा हूँ, if I am giving the electron to the same orbital, इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन रहने की वजह से it will be having repulsive force. Rather than that, if it is going to the next orbital, the repulsive force will be minimized, right? एक ही घर के अंदर रहा, एक ही फ्लैट के अंदर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को रख दिया, both of them being electrons negatively charged, there will be repulsive forces. Rather than that, if you are having a space अगर स्पेस है तो दोनों को थोड़ा दूर ही रखो, जितना दूर रखेंगे उतना ज्यादा अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस रहेगा. Okay, this particular principle is called as Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity मतलब क्या है? ये जो electrons है, it will start to pair up. The electrons will start to pair up only after all the available degenerate orbitals are filled at least once. मतलब एक इलेक्ट्रॉन इसके अंदर बनने के बाद दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन इसमें जाएगा, तीसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन इसमें जाएगा, rather than pairing. Pairing will not happen unless and until all the available degenerate orbitals are filled at least once. And whenever they are getting filled, always they will have parallel spins. ये ऊपर है तो ये भी ऊपर रहेगा, ये नीचे है तो ये भी नीचे रहेगा. Again, that particular configuration will lead to more stability. Parallel spins रहा तो it will lead to more stability than when compared to the opposite spins. ऐसा सोचो, एक अपार्टमेंट है, उसमें फ्लैट्स है. सपोज वो जो फ्लैट्स है, इफ आई एम अलॉटिंग दोस फ्लैट्स टू बैचलर्स, 3 फ्लैट्स है, ये तीनों फ्लैट्स इधर बैचलर्स को दो या 3 फ्लैट्स इधर फैमिली मेंबर्स को दो. ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, एक बैचलर्स को रख के दूसरे को फैमिली को रखा तो इनके बीच में हमेशा झगड़ा होते जाएंगे, है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maintain all the electrons in similar spins or of the same nature. That will lead to more stability. If you are having up spin and the other if you are having down spin, it will lead to lesser stability configuration. Okay, so इसलिए ये वाला सही रहेगा, ये गलत होगा. We will understand ऐसा top spin क्या क्यों ही होना चाहिए थोड़ा और बाद में, और कुछ exchange energy करके कुछ पढ़ के उससे और एक better explanation देता हूँ. As of now इतना सोचो, if they are of same nature, the repulsive forces will be less, stability will be more. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Okay, Hund's rule, last rule है Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. ये क्या कहता है? Electrons don't start to pair up in a subshell until all available degenerate orbitals are filled at least once. This is in order to minimize interelectronic repulsions and maximize stability. Also, all the singly occupied orbitals will have electrons with parallel spins. Okay, we will conclude the lecture here. Please go through the notes again, and इसके बाद में मैंने कुछ questions put किया है. यहाँ पे 3 questions है, and then there are some homework questions. Please attempt these questions. We will have discussion in the next lecture. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Take care.